Good morning, guys. So, it's been a few days, heading down to the Ohana to continue work. Try not to spill coffee on myself. Walking and drinking coffee and videotaping all at the same time. Scully in the bushes. What are you doing, Scully? He's always looking for rats. Yeah, so it's been, I don't know, a few days since, let me see if I can balance my coffee cup here and open the gate. It's been a few days since the last video had ended, and I've gotten quite a bit of stuff done. There we go. Whoa, almost just spilled my coffee. Got quite a bit of stuff done. Continuing with the plumbing. I have just about all the plumbing done now, minus the big pipe for the upstairs toilet, and then of course everything under the house still. Everything under the Ohana. But let me get into the Ohana here and I'll kind of show you what I got done so far. All right, let me put on a couple lights here. So you can see the kitchen. I actually started doing some of the mudding. My wife actually came down and helped me with that. So she focused pretty much just on doing the screws. Still have to go over all the seams still. She was trying to do a little bit of them. I was happy that she was helping with that because that's one of the things I least like doing. Also went to the store, got a bunch of 3-inch fittings. We actually got some tile. So the upstairs bathroom is going to be this wood tile. So basically the floor, and then I'm going to be doing the wall behind the vanity. This is going to be for our the downstairs bathroom shower, the back wall. This whole wall is going to be that herringbone tile. And then the whole rest of the bathroom is going to be the same 12 by 24 format tile. The walls, floor, everything will all be the same. This plumbing is done. I'm not sure, I don't remember if I showed that in the last video or not, but all this drain lines and stuff, because I was missing the streetwise, which is the piece that goes here. So there's a slope that goes down as opposed to just a T that's used for drains. So I was missing those two pieces. Got those in. Today I'm going to focus on getting this drain for the upstairs toilet put in, and then I will be underneath the house starting to tie everything together. The main focus of this video though is I probably am going to start working on the bathrooms as far as cement board, green board, and getting these buttoned up. One thing that I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be cutting out the floor in here. So the area where the shower is, which is right about on this seam here, I think it's going to end up being about 40 inches. So I basically just have to pick a spot. I'm going to cut the floor across, which may end up being, I may end up doing it right where the seam already is, because that would make sense. I will add in a C-channel here, or a California corner or something, just so I have support behind the wall there. I'm still not 100% sure on what we're going to do for the door or the glass in the shower. It may just end up being a single glass wall, or we may have, you know, a door that swings open. And if that's the case, I'm going to need something solid behind this wall to attach that door to. And another thing that I have to do before I close this section up is I need to put in the gas line for the stove, which is going to be right on the other side of this wall. And that's basically going to just be black pipe. So I'll run a piece of black pipe down underneath the house and then 90 it through the wall here. I have to look at the stove and figure out a good location where to put it. But I'll get that put in and it'll just be in there ready for when I get ready to actually do the gas lines. So that's going to be the main focus of this video, is going to be getting the bathrooms ready for tile, continuing with mudding and taping. Everything, that's another thing I got done. So all of these little spots are all filled now. All the way up here, everything is taped, everything's fully screwed in, minus that one piece I gotta finish up there. I'm not sure if I have enough drywall to finish it, because I kind of went through all of my larger pieces. Maybe this one piece, and then I might have to use another. I might have to piece it together to get that last section done. But everything is fully screwed off now up here. Before, it was all just hanging. So I have to continue taping. Actually, I didn't tape this one because I have to add a 2x4 backer there. For whatever reason, this one ended up on top of the 2x4, so this piece of drywall actually has nothing to screw into, so I have to add another stud back there. Let's go upstairs. So, I had to do some rework in this bathroom. As you can see, this drain and vent, I had to relocate. I wasn't thinking about, when I put this in, that the valve set was gonna be right there, because this pipe was running straight up before and that would have been right in the way. So you can see that the valve set is here now, installed. The sheetrock or cement board will go over this, and then tile. This is a wall mount. I think I have it right here. Everything in this bathroom is going to be black. All the fixtures, well, it's just a regular spout. Comes out about 6-8 inches and then, you know, tilts down. So the faucet, the light, the mirror is all going to be black accents. And then that wood tile that I showed a minute ago is going to be on the floor, and then it's going to go up this wall. So that's going to be kind of the element for this bathroom. So I think that's just about everything. But yeah, see right here, I have to add a board here. So I have something to screw that into, because you can actually see the board is like not even touching this 2x4. So I'm not sure if I had that stud was maybe off. I mean, I see my marks on there, so everything should have been 16 on center. Maybe when I started this one, it was further over than I thought. I don't know. But anyway, I'll just add a board in there, get that screwed in, get it taped. This is all going to be some work, getting all of this mudded up here, and then I'm going to be sanding these beams. So my wife decided that she didn't want to paint these beams, so I'm going to sand them, and they're just going to be lacquered. So the beams here and then the beams in the bedroom are going to be wood, essentially exposed wood. There will be trim pieces that go all along all of this. I'll have to put all that in, which I have some of it. Actually, the majority of this was all for under the windows. As you can see, I added the trim pieces under the windows. And even down there, the spot where the sills are, or where the sills are installed, they are done. This one, the sill could go on, but I'm kind of waiting because I don't want to, I only have so much construction adhesive. So I'll wait until the 2 bathroom windows are ready, and then I can glue all the sills on at the same time. So that is basically what had happened in between now and the last video. Noisy stairs. So I am going to continue. I like I said, probably focusing on getting this plumbing going, and then I'll start doing the underneath plumbing. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and let's get to work. All right. So I got this pipe in. It was a little tricky, so it's going down below now. Of course, just hanging, nothing underneath. The Ohana is done yet. I had to chop that to be able to get the whole pipe in there. Otherwise, I would have had to cut it and done a coupling, and I wanted to have a solid pipe going through the wall. So that's a 90, and then like I think that's a 22 and a half and a 22 and a half, which creates a 45, from the end of each is the same as what a 45 would be, but because of the space I had, I did two 22 and a halves, I think it was. None of this is glued, so I have to wait until I actually start putting the cement board upstairs so that I can anchor the toilet flange to the floor. And then once that's done, I will glue all this up. But for right now, it's in. There will be another additional board going across here for a nail backer, same as this. So this came from the other side of the wall, so that when I do the drywall on the ceiling or the green board on the ceiling, I have something to screw into. So it'll get notched out to go around this to fit, and then that way I still have something to screw to. And then I will get plates that will go over here and go over there so that nothing gets screwed into that pipe, because you don't want the dookie leaking. All right, so what I need to do now is I need to go and figure out how much drywall, cement board, and green board I'm going to need to finish everything, so that I can do one last trip for that to Home Depot. So the way that works, if you're unaware, green board is essentially drywall that is mildew resistant. So typically in bathrooms, you will use green board instead of drywall. Anywhere where there's tile, you want to use cement board, or hardy board, sometimes they call it. And then that gives you a strong and super dry spot to put your thin set on and attach your tiles to. And it also adds, you do that even on the floor. So if there's tile on the floor, you put the cement board on the floor as well. Thin set over your subfloor, then the cement board, then thin set, then tile, then grout. So that's the process that hopefully I will be doing in this video. I actually have a friend of mine. He is a tile guy. That's what he does for a living. He's going to come over here and do the main bathroom here. I mean, I'm going to assist him, but he's probably going to do most of it just because I've only done a little bit of tile. I'm going to attempt to do the tile upstairs because that one's pretty straightforward. It's just the floor and the one wall. So I'm going to try to do that, see how it goes. Like I said, I've done a little bit of tile, but I've never done like an entire bathroom or even like an entire floor. I've done sections of tile before. So we're going to do that. That'll end up being kind of a learning experience for me as well. I'm sure I could probably manage to do it. I can usually figure things out pretty easily, but I'd rather let him do it just so I know it's right, just because I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to figure out all those boards that I'm going to need. And then I think I'm at the point where I can start doing the plumbing under the Ohana and start tying everything together. When I do go to get the drywall and cement board and green board, I will also get the piping for the gas line. Well, I have the phone really close to my face. I'll get the piping for the gas line for the stove. I need to pull that stove out. I have it up in my shop in storage, and figure out where the gas line inlet is on the stove so I know where to pop the gas line out on the wall here, just so it's close. Yeah. So I have some stuff to figure out, and I will be back when I get some more work done. Another beautiful January morning. Heading down to the Ohana to start working. All right, down in the Ohana, getting the windows opened up. As you can see, I got cement board, I got green board, I got some more drywall, I got some thin set. Man, that stuff is expensive. Each one of those little bags is like $40. So, what I'm going to be working on, one of the things I'm going to work on today is getting this floor cut up. And I think my measurement is almost right where this break is right here. So I will continue that across and then cut along the edge of the walls here and then pull this piece up. And then what I plan to do, hopefully I can save this. I will cut the floor joist down below, I guess about 3 inches, and then put this piece back on and then fill in the sides with the, I guess, I don't know if I'll run the cement board all the way down into there, or maybe I'll just put in some filler pieces, because this will get poured. So it'll be similar to like a concrete almost. When you pour the pan, it's a similar material. So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to work on. Another thing is going to be starting to get some of the cement board mounted up on the walls. I also need to cut some space here so that I can add there will be an inset there, you know, for putting like shampoo and whatnot. And another thing I need to do before I close up this wall is I got to get that gas pipe located before I close this up. Otherwise I'm going to end up cutting up the wall. But one of the main things I'm going to focus on is getting the upstairs bathroom going. And then I guess I'm going to kind of work my way down. So I want to get that cement board on the floor up there and on the wall. And then the green board that I have, I'll probably start on the bathroom up there to get that one closer to being done. So I only have 4 sheets of green board, and I got 4 more sheets of the regular drywall. I need, I think, maybe 10 or 12 more sheets total of the regular drywall. And the green board, I think I calculated 6 or 8 sheets, I don't know. But this is what I could fit on my FJ at the time. I didn't want to bring too much more. I also had 12 sheets of the cement board and a whole bunch of other stuff I ended up picking up. So I'm going to get started, and I will be back when I have an update. Another thing I forgot to mention that I got done yesterday, I got all of the drywall put into the window, and then the corners put on both of these windows here, the 2 main windows in the living room. I also did that little corner piece there. So just doing little stuff like that, cleaned up a lot. Yeah, so anyway, let me get back to work. All right, another thing that I need to do before I start closing up these walls is I gotta get these vent hoods mounted. So I started in here just to get my center hole. Because of the wall, I wasn't able to get my drill in there. So I got a center hole, I went to the outside, drilled it from the outside. This one is inserted already, it's not attached. So I will run around to the outside. These will get siliconed and then screwed in, and then siliconed around the edges of it. So let me go outside and get these mounted, which means I also need to get this one done. So I just got the hole drilled for this. So this is gonna have to go through that hole and tuck up onto this and get taped. I'm gonna have to pull this fan off because I'm not going to be able to slide this on there and get that through the hole. So I'll pull the fan off, or at least partially off, so that I can swing it out enough to put this on and then put it in there. Excuse me. And then because of the thickness of this flange, I'm going to have to space out on the outside. I have some 1x8 material, so I'm going to cut a couple pieces of it, cut the hole in it, and then it'll get mounted out there, which I'll show you when I get outside. All right, so that's taped up, mounted, and it's through the hole. So I'll head outside now and get that part taken care of. I want to get the cover on there because I don't want a bird going in there and laying it, you know, making a nest or something. It's a perfect little spot for them. So, all right, outside. So I'm outside behind the Ohana, and then basically what I'm doing on these is I'm wrapping some of the pipe tape around there, and then I put caulking all the way around. Then I'm gonna, you know, put this in there, put the screws in, and then I'm gonna caulk all the way around the outside edge of this. So let me get these two mounted, and then I'll be back. All right, those are done. And this is the vent for the downstairs bathroom. This is gonna be the vent for the hood in the kitchen that's over the oven. And yes, I haven't finished painting the back of the Ohana yet. I know, I need to do it. All right, I gotta jump around the corner here and, oh yeah, there's some more stuff I didn't paint. I gotta jump around the corner and get that other vent. All right, so I gotta wait for the, that other one. I gotta get my ladder back from my neighbor because of that 12-foot ladder I have doesn't reach out there, so I gotta get my tall ladder. But in the meantime, I got these ones all buttoned up. Everything is taped up and tied in. This one is basically just loose, but it's, you know, in the bay. I'm not sure exactly where, you know, the vent for the microwave will go, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a like over the stove microwave. So once I get to that point, I'll cut a hole over there and then I'll pull that through, tie it in. So I'm gonna get back up to the upstairs. I did get one piece of cement board in here. Just the top one, as you can see. So that piece is in. Next, I'm gonna work on getting the green board put in all the way around. This is done enough that I can close this up now, because the rest will be on the outside anyway. Yeah. Green board, and then the cement board on the floor, I'm gonna have to do the thin set. So I'm not sure if I'll get to that today. I'm gonna try to, but we'll see. I'll film it. All right, so I didn't get quite as far as I was hoping today, but this is fully green boarded. The stub out for the toilet, sink, outlet. So basically all I have left is this wall and then the bottom piece of cement board here. So in the morning I'm gonna get those done real quick, and then I'll do the thin set and do the floor, and then I'll focus, start working on the bathroom downstairs. And I also got the vent out here mounted. So I did that spacer block because the 90 that was coming from the inside was a certain length and I didn't want to cut it. You know, it's essentially only a 1/2 inch siding on there, so I needed more space to connect the flanges and everything. But that one's done now as well. All right, good morning. Back out in the Ohana. I got these pieces finished up this morning already. So this is all in. These pieces are in. This piece over the door is gonna wait because I gotta do some fill pieces here once I get the pocket door kit hardware installed. So that little piece will be done after. The floor is all cleaned up. I have the toilet flange removed, and I have this piece cut so the hole lines up with the hole in the floor. So it'll be one full piece and then about a 1 foot piece that's going to be over here where that line is, if you see the line. So I'm just about ready to mix up the thin set and get this piece down. All right, so that is done. This is a tight space, so it's kind of hard to film. This has to sit for 24 hours before I can continue doing anything on it. So, I think I'm probably going to end this video. But yeah, you can see everything's on. I had a bit extra, so I had some gaps on the side, so I went ahead and just filled that all with thin set because, like I said, I did have extra. I wasn't sure how much to make exactly, so I made a little too much. And even beyond that, I had some that I threw away just because I wasn't ready to use it anywhere else, which really sucks because that stuff's expensive. But yeah, so this bathroom is done. Tomorrow I will probably get started on the tile, but that'll be on the next video for you guys. And then now that this is done and in, tomorrow as well I'll be able to put the flange in and actually mount it. And then I can glue all of that plumbing downstairs. Let me actually head downstairs. All right, so downstairs, that's the piece that fits up here. So basically I'll get that flange mounted, I'll get all this stuff glued up, and then it's going under the floor, and then once I get underneath to do all that, then I'll continue with that. The last things that I need to do in here before I start closing up these walls is I need to run a hot and a cold line down into the floor, and that will be basically the incoming water into the Ohana. And then of course I still got to get this gas line mounted. But what I'm going to focus on the next video is I'm going to get this floor cut up and pulled out, get it dropped down, reinstalled, and then I'll start going up with the cement board, green board, and everything in here to get this going. I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to get the nice cement board, the waterproof one, which is basically smooth. It's just like the green board, but it's red. I was talking with my friend that's going to do the tile in here, and he said because of this tile that we're going to use, and because it's like a flexible sheet, sometimes the regular cement board can kind of be bumpy and uneven, and it will transfer through to this tile. So he said it's better if you have a very flat surface. So, and then of course I also want to make sure that this wall is really flat. So that'll all be, like I said, on the next video. All right guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. Got quite a bit done in this video, a lot more of the drywall, started on the bathrooms, mudding, or some mudding, a lot of taping, and a lot of screwing of the drywall. That sounds weird. But it's all up. So I'm just going to keep cranking on this. I'm pretty much working on this every day. So I need to get this thing done because I'm not working right now. So between buying materials and like trying to cover my bills for the month, we're burning through our savings again. So I sure hope that we make it to the end on this one and I don't have to go back to work again for another project, because that's just going to delay this anyway. So yeah, I will just keep going. Going to be starting on tile on that upstairs bathroom. Going to be starting on getting the walls, floor, and everything put in on the downstairs bathroom. I will continue with the plumbing underneath the house, and then continue closing up the drywall. The whole bedroom basically still has to be done. Of course, this wall at the top of the stairs. I think I am soon, probably not the next video, but the video after that, I'm probably going to get started on the deck, because I need to get at least the posts and beams up so that I can tie it into the house here to the Ohana where I want to tie it in. And then that way I can close up these walls. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait until I get that done. So yeah, I think I'm going to just do the beams and posts, like I said, on that, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going. So As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and Happy New Year again to everyone. And I will see you on the next video. Aloha. Yeah.